Okay, so I could definitely make a better video than this if I were at home, but I figure while I'm here making all these videos, and I'm feeling like motivated and inspired, I'll just go ahead and make one here. So this video is going to be about LUSH beauty products. So I don't know if you've got the feel from my channel, but I am really trying to, even though like a lot of my videos are like product reviews, I try to be kind of conscious of what I'm buying and to make sure that I like it. And I do try to be somewhat conscious of kind of like the overall impact of the products that I use. And there was one point in my life that I was really trying to be like as low waste as possible. And that was when I came across LUSH. I think to me personally, unless you have someone that's like local, that's like making soaps and shampoo bars and things like that you can buy kind of like unpackaged locally, I feel like based on my experience with different products, LUSH is probably the best brand out there. And even with like buying local, you're not even necessarily sure exactly like where their products that go into like making the soap or whatever come from, because I went through a time where I've gotten into like everything, but I tried soap making. But it's kind of like, okay, well, you're making your own soap and you're putting your own stuff in there, but like where you have to get supplies for it. Like you had to get, I can't remember what, like some sort of acid stuff. Oh, lye. And like, so that's like a chemical you're putting in it. And, so like even if you're buying it locally, you don't really know where their products are coming from exactly. They could be ordering their scents, from China or some other place that isn't where the inputs aren't harvested ethically, or you never know. And as far as I can tell, LUSH really does, and I could be wrong, I could be getting tricked, but they do seem like they are careful about where their inputs come from, and they treat and pay their the people that make the products well. And I think it seems like they really probably do the best, from what I can tell, of like sourcing all of their inputs well. And then they also have such a high, like they're really trying to go as low waste as possible, it seems like. So, and their products smell really good. They seem to work really well. And I mean, I will say in terms of like hair products, for me, this is gonna sound bad, but whenever I was young, I just got stuck on Pantene. And I had heard a lot of people say that Pantene is so bad and all this stuff, but in terms of like what I felt like made my hair and everything look the best, I still feel like Pantene is one of those, but I don't use it because how well it makes it look is just kind of a marginal, like if you look at the overall package, like I don't need my hair to look that shiny and everything, like my hair looks fine with other products that aren't like those kind of, I don't know where I'm going with this, but I'll say like I think there are products on the market that may make your hair look better, but then if you're like really thinking about, are they really the best product for me to use ethically and environmentally and like all this stuff, and maybe they're not actually that great for your hair, maybe it's like hurting your hair but it kind of makes it look good, I don't know. Anyway, I've been sticking with LUSH lately. Like I did another video where I've been trying, and I hope I say this right because I've said it a million times, Kitsch, that brand, because they were selling like some shampoo bars, and I started using them and I was kind of like, I mean, they work. One thing I was worried about with like using shampoo bars is that it wouldn't get like bubbly, sudsy, lathery enough. So far, every shampoo bar that I've used does get sudsy like that. But I feel like that it doesn't work that well. It has like a nice smell, but it's not like, I'm not just like in love with the smell on that bar. And also I feel like normally I can get away, I have pretty oily hair, and normally I can't go more than, a day. I can go like a day and then, get away with like a ponytail, but usually I can't usually I can get like an extra day out of it. I will say that. I can usually get 2 days. Even though my hair is pretty oily, I can get 2 decent days out, so of one wash. But with the kitsch stuff, it's like by the end of the day one, it's just like my hair is like kind of oily and just not looking very good. And so already I was kind of like, at least with that version of it, it's the rice water protein strengthening one. I was already like, you know what, I'm gonna go with Lush. And I'm not really like, they market it as like vegan and natural and low waste, but then their site also has other products that are not that, like they're wrapped in plastic and things like that. So I feel like just overall with the brand, if you're looking for something that's sustainable, I prefer Lush over that. And so I just want to show you, like I'm on this little vacation, little solitary vacation, and I realized that I had brought some Lush products with me, so I want to talk about it. And also, if you're wanting to travel a little bit more low waste or sustainable, this is a really good option because Lush sells these little metal containers to like either store your stuff with in the shower or take it traveling. And this is not gonna look very good, but this is their shampoo bar. And to be honest, I don't even know which variety this is because I got this so long ago. Like I'm sure it's been well over a year since I got this. So this is what it looks like after being in the 10 for over a year, but I used it yesterday and it worked great. It still has a strong, just like their smells are just so fresh and like natural, and just some of the best smelling products that I've ever come across in my life have come from Lush. And so I don't have enough good things, or I have more than enough good things to say about them. So yeah, I was not sure how this was gonna go after being a year, but I'm like, you know what, I'll give it a shot. They do have like plastic bottles of shampoo and conditioner here, but I'm not gonna have to use them because I've got this. And so that'll save on some plastic waste. And then they also sell conditioner bars. And so this is what this is super old. And they have 10s to hold their conditioner bars as well. So you can have your shampoo in your conditioner bar. If you're traveling and flying somewhere, you don't have to worry about liquids going through TSA or whatever. So yeah, so I definitely recommend some of their products for traveling for sure, or even like just using them at home. The shampoo I use at home is actually in a bottle. It's the Daddy-O kind. And again, I've had it for quite a while and it's still kept up. Like I think they have expirations on them. Like yeah, so this is another thing that I've had for like a really long time. I can't even see the expiration. But that's one thing I like. In all their products, they have a little sticker that says who it's made by, and then it has like the expiration date on it. But this is so old that it's that's come off. But sorry, I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the shampoo in my shower. So even though like this is plastic and the shampoo bottle I use in the shower is plastic, they use like, I don't know if the whole bottle is recycled plastic, but they really try to use like recycled plastic and be as sustainable as possible. Like whenever you go in the store, there's somebody that's working in there, and I think you can like cut, like you go around and they just have big blocks of like the different types of soaps, and they can cut off like however much you want. So you don't have to buy like a huge thing of soap to try it out. You can get them to cut little pieces so you can try the different like scents and things like that. And they have a lot of bath bombs. I don't know that I've ever used one of their bath bombs before, but I don't have a tub at my place, so I don't have a reason to buy bath bombs. And but yeah, like they've got some beauty products as well. I don't think I've tried any of their beauty products. They have some, is it chapstick? Would you call it chapstick? Or kind of like yeah, like a chapstick, but it's in like a little small metal container, and you just kind of rub your finger on it and use it. And people complain about that, like having to stick their finger in it, but I like it in terms of, you know, if you don't want to have a plastic chapstick tube, they have that option for you. What else? But yeah, one other thing about them too is like a lot of their like lotions and actually even there was a shampoo by them that I liked called Big, and it came in a container like this. A lot of their products come in containers like this of different sizes. They have a lot of face masks, body scrubs, you know, just all kinds of beauty products. And I'm telling you, for me, this is like one of the best smells in the world. I don't know, it's called Rose Argan. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but I love it so much. And this is old too. Like this has been sitting around for a while. I haven't been using it, but it smells so, so good. But if you live near one of the Lush stores, you can save these up. Or if you don't live near them and you are traveling to a place that has a Lush store, you can return them to the store and they will recycle them. So that's another thing I like about it, is they try to come up with ways for you to recycle. And yeah, I think even if you order online, they send it with those kind of like biodegradable packing peanuts, or at least they have before. They have package-free toothpaste, just like all kinds of stuff that's kind of related to sustainability. So, like I said, I have a ton of products at home, but this is just what I brought with me here, and I just wanted to kind of give my thoughts on Lush as a brand, and especially for like, yeah, overall, the more I try out different things, the more I just keep coming back to Lush, because I just think so far they've just been superior in a lot of ways to a lot of those other brands that are trying to like market themselves as like sustainable and low waste. But they are pricey, like they are pretty expensive. So you can take that into consideration, but I do think it's worth the money if you have the money to spend and you want like a high quality product that is produced well. I would definitely recommend. What else? I felt like I was gonna say something else, but yeah, like I said, unless like I would love to find somebody that's local to me that makes products that I would know are like ethically sourced, ethically made, and you know, with a low waste packaging in mind or whatever. But you know, I go to like farmers markets and their soaps are like wrapped up in plastic wrap. A lot of them are like goat milk soaps and things like that. Oh yeah. Another important thing is a lot of their products are vegan. Like a whole lot of their products are vegan, and it seems like even over the years, the last time I checked the website, they're pushing more towards more vegan products and offering more of that. So yeah, not 100% of their products are vegan. I know some of their conditioners have lanolin in it, which comes from wool, I believe. And so some of them are not 100% vegan, but they're all vegetarian, and which most like beauty products are, but they're also cruelty free. So even the ones that may have some animal products in it that aren't vegan, like honey or lanolin, they're not tested on animals. So yeah, so like this one is marked as vegan, and it also says, you know, fighting animal testing. And then yeah, and so this one says it's not virgin, so this is not new plastic. It says it's 100% recycled plastic. Return 5 clean containers for a free face mask. Okay, so yeah, so if you return them, you even get like a free face mask. And so they give like incentives to recycle. So it says it's made in Canada. I think this company might actually be based out of the UK though, but I know that they have like a Canadian place, because I think that's where mine comes shipped from sometimes when I order it. And I don't actually have a shop in my town, but there's one in a town that's like a couple hours away from me, and sometimes I end up having to go there for like if people fly into the airport there or whatever. And almost every time that I go, I make a stop by the mall to go by Lush and get some products, if I just happen to be in that city, which is Tulsa. So if you're anywhere near Tulsa, Oklahoma, they do have one there, and probably if it's in Tulsa, they probably have one in most major cities across the country. So I don't know, Little Rock may have one too. Little Rock's a little further. Anyway, that's been my experience with LUSH. I would highly recommend it if you're looking for something that's sustainable and something that's made with good ingredients and things like that. But yeah, I guess the last thing I will say, I do not have a zero waste deodorant that I use. And that may be like, if I do try to go on like a zero waste path, that'll probably be the last thing that I switch over, because I've tried, they have a deodorant that I think for some people it would really be great. It smells amazing. It's kind of like a lemongrass, and it's like a bar. It's kind of powdery, and basically I think it comes in a tin like this, or a different shaped kind of like oval tin, and you just kind of like rub it on your armpits. It's just kind of like a brick, and you rub it on there. And I remember, and this happens to me with shampoos and it happens to me with deodorants, like day one that I switch it up, it seems to work fantastic. But then once I get like 2 or 3 days in, it like isn't effective anymore for some reason. And so that was how it was with that. Like the first day I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I found a zero waste deodorant. It smells so good, and it's, kind of easy to use. And but yeah, then as it got on and on, like I don't like to have sweaty underarms. I know, like maybe I can get over it at some point, but yeah, it just, after the first day, it didn't feel like it was, I just don't like to have damp armpits, and I felt like they would get sweaty. I can't remember if I like smelled, if it was just kind of like a deodorant and not antiperspirant. I feel like I smelled a little bit too. So they do have an option for a deodorant that may work for you. I have a friend that she uses that deodorant. But don't feel bad if it doesn't work for you, because in my experience, it doesn't work for everyone. So I will just leave it at that. I would say give them a try if you have the money and you're interested and you've been like on the fence about getting any LUSH products. I would say go for it. So